Let's get to know what universe has in store for you and your destiny. Kindly subscribe to the channel.
Hello. How many of us wonder that what actually planets are? And how does the destiny, karma, and life experiences, all these form part of the universe? And do they actually form part of the universe? What universe is? How is it impacting us? What does the astrology claims? There are several questions in our mind. But to answer these questions, you need to understand the basic thing from where you have originated. That is going to impact you. And yes, here is my first point. You have originated from universe, and therefore planets, nakshatras, stars, everything from the solar system is impacting your soul. And planets plus destiny plus karma, all these make your life experiences. Now you must be wondering, how are these planets impacting me? They are so far away in the universe. How are they impacting me on Earth? Now here I would tell you that yes, anything that has originated from a place is definitely impacted by its origin. And in this way, my first point is soul energy. Many of us have always wondered what soul is. And we have read it in various books, in scriptures, or in ancient text. Soul is a form of light that gives us energy, that gives energy to the human body. Many of us, we also know that, when a soul leaves the body, a body dies. And so, what is energy? Energy, we know that in science we have heard of this term, and we know that anything that brings about a movement, or a kind of movement that could be released in some other form is energy. For example, a ball has stored potential energy, which when released, that is when thrown, converts it into the movement in the form of kinetic energy. So we all are aware of these terms, but definitely even universe has various ways of communicating to us in the form of soul energy, and that happens when we are recharging ourselves with the cosmic rays, with the cosmic energy of the universe. Now here I'll give an example of human invention, like mobiles, laptops, and all battery based devices which need current to recharge itself, and that they get on earth. That is where they are created. Similarly, we souls are created in the universe, and we get our recharging from the elements of universe, that is stars, planets, nakshatras, and various elements of universe. Now with this, I can come on to my second point, that is receiving and releasing energy. You can also call it receiving and radiating back to the universe. Here, I'll explain you just the way you recharge your cell phones, and basically they get charged in a better manner when no apps are being used. That is when they are switched off or when they are kept on the sleep mode. Similarly, when you are sleeping, you receive energy in abundance from the planets in the universe. You are receiving energy in abundance. However, throughout the day also, you are receiving energy, but because you are doing some work, that energy is getting released, and you don't get in abundance the way you get while you are sleeping at night. Now, here I told you about receiving energy, that is a planet. Any planet, any star is bestowing energy upon you. Connecting it to the Vedic astrology also, I'll explain here, though I'll do it in a separate video because it requires major coverage and it is altogether a different study. But still, I'll give you a little insight. For example, if any planet dasha, antardasha you are undergoing, you receive energy of that planet in the most abundant form. Okay, and then you release back the energy to that planet again, and when again you run the dasha or any antardasha of the same planet again, you experience those things that you have done. Now what is this releasing back? Releasing back means doing karmas, that is whatever you are doing after you're releasing energy, after you are receiving energy, whatever you are doing, that is when you wake up in the morning and you start your day. Now whatever you are doing in that day, for example doing charity or doing some work, doing your personal work, doing your professional work, you are releasing the energy back to the universe. Now this creates a momentum of your karma also. If you're doing very good deeds, the energy is being released back, radiate back to the planet, that is which has given you energy, and to the stars. And whatever deeds you are doing, if they are bad deeds, for example you are hurting somebody, you are causing terrific damage of anything, that is also being stored. Now coming on to the third and the most important point, after you have received and released, the point that is connected to release is storage. And you can see that I have written it in red color, that is so that I could just highlight it, that it is the main thing that is impacting our life. Whatever we are storing, we are just receiving that only. Now here it needs a little elaboration. For example, you must have heard that whatever you sow, you will reap that. Whatever karma you do, it will come back to you. But what is the mechanism? How does the timing and things are decided? Now these are decided by the planet that are impacting. Hence this mechanism of storage is impacted by planets. That is, whatever you are storing in that planet, you are just receiving that. And this way storage becomes very important. For example, if you store good deeds, for example, if you have done very good things in particular when you were impacted by a particular planet, you're going to experience good things coming back to you when you are again impacted by that planet. And when you have done bad deeds, that is when you have hurt someone, you're going to experience situations where you will get hurt by other people. When you have done charity, when you have done good deeds, you're going to see that you are going to be bestowed upon by immense happiness. So in this way the system of storage works. That is, what you have stored, you're going to feel, you're going to see that in the form of your experiences in life. And yes, one more thing is very important, that initially that you have to clear up the burdens that you have put, the burdens that you have radiated back and stored it in the planets. So sometimes, for example, today you start realizing that yes, I have to store good things, but previously you have done certain things that were wrong. Eventually you will feel that what will happen, like I have done certain things wrong, you will have to experience those things. And after that thing, from today, if you just start doing good deeds, you will definitely experience abundance of happiness in future. Coming on to my next point, that is experiences. Now you must have understood that how soul energy leads to receiving and releasing and radiating of the energy to the universe and then storing it, and that ultimately leads to the experiences. Whatever you are experiences, you once have done that, you have stored either during the present karma or during the past karma. It just totally depends on whenever you have stored, but the major thing that impacted is storage, and that has led to the experiences of your life. Now again, one of the most important point, nature of planets. Why I'm saying this is one of the most important point? Because this plays the role in your destiny. Yes, characteristics and qualities of planets are different. That is, the happiness or the sadness that they might bestow depends on the magnitude. Now you know that everything just evolved from the Big Bang. There was an energy and all that created in the universe. So we also have energy, and these planets also have energy, and different planets have different magnitude of energy. Just like we individuals are different with different forms of energy, even the planets which have the energy within them in the universe have different magnitudes of energy, and that only leads to the networking of the soul radiations. That is something different. I will elaborate in my future videos, and the next video which will be on qualities and characteristics of planet, I'll be telling how the magnitude is different, nature of planet, why it is important, because what happens, I'll give you an insight of my next video. It is like, suppose Venus, and you are impacted by Venus. It is the
bestowing planet. It is a beautiful planet that bestows lots of happiness. And you have stored, suppose, 50% good deeds during the time of Venus. Okay, and now what will happen, that when you are going to run that, run the dasha, or when you are going to run that, the Venus time is going to run over you, you are going to get 80% of what you have stored with the good things. And when it comes to the bad things, it is minimum. That is, if you have stored 30-40%, you might get 20%, because it is a bestowing planet. Its quality is that way. Similarly, there are certain other planets which carry 1:1 ratio. If you store 50%, you'll get 50%. So these things I'll be covering in my next video, so you can just watch that. I'll also put the link in the description box. But coming on back to my main point, in order to keep it short, nature of planets is very, very important, and that leads to destiny. That's why only certain time astrologers say that a beautiful time period is coming, you're going to go lucky, because some beautiful or some bestowing planet might be running. Even if you have done certain bad things, it might not affect you that way, but that doesn't mean that you have to do bad things. The more good you store, the better you will get, and the more happiness, the more selfless efforts you do, you are going to get those life experiences, because your storage is creating your life experience. And yes, coming to my last point now, that is karma. Now again, you must have understood whatever you will sow, you're going to reap that. So karmic accounts are there, and karmic accounts are only being settled. Either in the past they might have been created, or you are creating it today. Whatever karmic burdens, whatever karmic debts, or whatever karmic opportunities you are creating, you are just getting that. So it is always advisable to create good karma, to do good deeds, to do selfless efforts, to help people, and to help yourself too, to create good emotions. You know why? Because ultimately that will only help you to get rid of the burdens that you have already stored in the universe in the form of any karma, and that will lead to your soul energy. And then again, this cycle of receiving, releasing back, storage, experiences, nature of planets creating your destiny, everything will set in a very good order. Now you must have understood this cycle, and to know about the qualities and the characteristics of different planets of the universe, and how universe speaks with its different stars and planets to us. I'll be doing another video. Just stay tuned to my channel, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like. And if you have any question, you can inbox me, or you can comment on the comment section. Thank you so much. If you like the video, please hit the like button.